It's easier to accomplish the outrageous goals, the crazy ones, the things that are much higher and, the best of the best. You're going for the greatest of this endeavor, the best of this sport, the most amazing person in this field, aiming for like that top of the top. It's much easier to accomplish things like that than it is to accomplish the simpler, more lower ceilinged goals and aspirations. And what I mean by that is because I was reading a book, and the book is called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And in the book, there was something that stood out to me yesterday where he was explaining this kind of concept, this kind of mindset, this kind of perspective that he thinks that successful people kind of have. And also it works out for them in this favor because of this reason. And he says this quote, which was, "The best place to fish is the place where fewer people go." Now, when you think about how like normal society tries to brainwash you, tries to tell you that you're only capable of doing this. You're in, an A band, a B band, a C band class, kind of like you're put in classes academically to showcase how smart you are or how good you are in certain areas of school or whatever. And that's meant to dictate or kind of give you the representation about what level you are in school. And school was a pretty big part of our days and our lifestyle at certain ages. So it's a pretty big deal when it comes to like, when you think about, some people don't even give a damn about it, like they don't care, but to some people it's a big deal. And that puts the ceiling and the roof lower when it comes to what you expect that you're capable of doing. And I think a lot of people usually tend to underestimate themselves so that they don't get disappointed, they don't get kind of discouraged by not achieving certain things. So like, and there's two ways of thinking about this, and I agree and I support both ways. It depends on your type of personality and the type of person that you are normally, and you'll know yourself more than others. And it might take some reflection, some journaling, some analyzing of yourself to understand what kind of person you are. So there's the person that needs to make progress in some sort of area sooner rather than later, which you can do incremental goals to kind of go step by step to make that progression. And it's better to make progression in the first place than no progression at all. Then there's the people that kind of rely and stick to the smaller goals so much that they put a cap on their capabilities or their belief in themselves or their confidence in themselves, and it kind of limits them. If you're in a position where you need to make progress in the first place, then incremental smaller goals would allow you to take the steps necessary to get from point A to point B at least. But if you're someone that relies on it a bit too much, and you've already been doing that for a while, you've already been setting goals and going out and accomplishing them at the gym, with your social skills, with making friends, with talking to girls, with building your confidence with that, with improving your looks and your hygiene, with anything like that. When you're setting little incremental goals, that's good because it will help you make progress in the first place, and you can build that momentum and go for harder goals, bigger goals, everything like that. And you'll get to that point where you're setting the outrageous, crazy goal as well. But if you're someone that has already been doing that and you rely on it a bit too much, there's the other side, which I fully stand by as well, is that there are much fewer people than you realize that are going to go for the top in your field, that are going to believe that they can get to the top of your field. And for my instance, with this YouTube content and all that, is there's nobody in New Zealand that is speaking about self-improvement the way I am, that is confident in themselves the way I am, the way that I believe in myself. And there is zero doubt in my mind that I will not be a leader in any degree in New Zealand or in the world. I do think I'll be one of the best representations for New Zealand in that there could be. There's nobody that's 23 years old that is speaking about social skills, that is speaking about improving your looks, that is speaking about improving your luck, your mindset, your perspectives, the way that I will develop myself. I've got 100% confidence. There is no doubt, zero doubt at all. It's who I am. It's very natural. So in that regard, whatever field or endeavor that you're in and that you are striving to get to, you've already done the little goals. You already know that you've accomplished this, all right? And now you might be at a place now where you might need to go for that you might have to have that vision, that imagination, that little kid imagination where you can think of the little finer details of what kind of car that you want to get, what are the add-ons that you want for that car, what's the color of the car, where do you get the car from, what's the exact price of the car roughly, you know what I mean? The finer details. What kind of wife do you want? What kind of girl do you want to meet? What kind of house do you want to have? What kind of area do you want to live in? What kind of lifestyle you want to have? Kind of envision and imagine these finer details. You might write it down, you might just speak about it on a voice record and then listen to yourself and build that imagination and that structure of that vision of how specific and strong that vision is for yourself in the future. Because you may have, you may have been going in this field and trying your best in this endeavor as for a while now, and you might not even have that much confidence in yourself than you genuinely think you do. Like, what makes you think that you can be of help or be a special person in this field in any way? Like, what makes you believe that? And it might take some time to be like, oh well, I've got this, I've got that. And sometimes you don't even need an explanation. You just need to be like, you can tell. You can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can feel the words when someone says it. Like, believe me, I know what's gonna happen. So anyway, there's the point of this video is like the kind of mindset where successful people aim for the top of the top, the best goal you can. It's actually much easier than you think. Normal people, average people in society normally think that, oh, it's a bit too big, it's a bit of a hard goal, it's a bit too out, it's a bit extravagant, it's a bit out there. I might just settle with a goal that's a little bit closer to me. And depending on what type of person you are, normally I suggest either, but because so many people think that way, because so many people think that it's too big for them to strive for or even say to other people, that gives you, the viewer watching this video, understanding this concept, understanding this perspective, the best opportunity possible to be able to be like, okay, so that means that out of 20 people, I mean, only about 2 of them, are gonna believe that they're gonna be able to get there or get to that point that they're competing with you with. Whereas you're only gonna compete with about 3 people in that field, most likely. Less competition. Okay, so don't just think that just because it's a big, crazy goal that it's not possible or that it's harder to do. It's actually easier to do. You do the same things that you would do for the incremental goals, but you have a bigger vision in mind. That's how I kind of think about it. I have a big kind of destination goal. The leader, wanting to be a leader, wanting to be of influence, want to be a good impact on young men, want to be a good example, the best example possible that I can for self-improvement, developing yourself, taking control of certain things, improving your mental health, having more fulfillment in your life, choosing the right choices, being the best person you can be, trying your absolute best, all of these little things. These are just a few of the things that I think about when it comes to the kind of leader I want to be. And that's the end goal, the vision, the imagination that I have. But I would do the same thing right now, recording the videos, planning out what I'm doing, talking to my editors, refining some things, doing exactly the same thing that if I wanted to go for getting to 500 subscribers or getting to 300 subscribers or getting to a smaller goal, I would do the exact same things, exact same formula, but I have a bigger purpose in mind, a bigger belief in mind that is in the works, and it's brewing with the manifestation and doing the works as well with the making the videos and everything and talking to my editors and making my short videos and stuff like that. That's the kind of like thing that I want you to try practice. Is you're already in a field and an endeavor and you're already doing the right things, right? You keep doing the right things, but then you have that different perspective where you're like, fuck, I'm gonna try to be the best. I'm gonna try to be the best soccer player, the football player. I'm gonna try to be the best rugby player. I'm gonna try to be the best American football player. I'm gonna try to be the best basketball player. I'm gonna be the best point guard in my country. I'm gonna be the best bloody dancer. I'm gonna be a, amazing teacher, whatever, the best teacher at the school. What is the best? And you can identify what qualities kind of that might go under. And yeah, there's some people that I talk to. I work on the trains at the moment. My job title was a train manager, and I'm on the trains a lot in New Zealand, and I talk to a bunch of different people, different perspectives, different mentalities, different upbringings, different cultures, everything like that. And a lot of people, they're kind of, I see a lot of content and happy people, and you could see that when people talk to me and I talk about any sort of topic, I go really deep into the topic and I ask pretty deep questions with people, good questions that make them think, about their life, make them think about life in general, make them think about the world, people, different aspects of different topics, and those go for really good conversations. People enjoy it. The conclusion of this video is that fewer people are going to go for that goal anyway, so you might as well have that vision and have that belief in yourself that it's actually easier to get there than you think.